Hello everybody and welcome to this short video with myself and Liz Walker. And Liz is very kindly supported here by Pearl Flutes, and we've done a series of videos about playing the flute and all sorts of things around it, so check those out. And in this particular video, Liz, I want to talk to you a bit about one of your specialities. I know you have arranged and recorded lots of songs, really, well, originally were songs, into flute. So there's obviously something you find interesting about that crossover. So can you explain a bit of that to us? And why it might be something for people to think about and incorporate into their own playing and practicing. I've always felt that all the flute players I've ever met, and certainly speaking personally, there's a singer in me, for sure. There's a huge correlation in my mind between singing and playing the flute. So I think it's sort of probably where the starting point for me, the inspiration was listening to singers, hearing Jessie Norman, who has sadly just died, and hearing her in the Proms singing Strauss songs. You know, something really resonates in me when I hear those. And so arranging Strauss songs for me, it was just a personal voyage of expression. Yeah. I love the way that the text in songs helps us immediately see what the song's about, what the music's about, where the phrases are going, because you can use that sort of poetry. But on top of that, I think if you get the vocalization right, the throat open, the resonances that are in our mask. I've never had a singing lesson, but I have a feeling that's what the singers are working with to get that resonance. We can do that with our flute playing. So yeah, so it's double-edged, isn't it? Part of it's that interpretation and where the phrasing might go, and the words obviously help with that, clearly. But the other part is maybe incorporating some of that into how you play. So there's an exercise and a technique you might use to... Yes, I mean, if I'm trying to find my sound, I might sing at the same time. Preparation, it's gonna sound bad, but... So if I play a C and then sing it at the same time... It doesn't sound nice when I'm singing, but if I just leave that vocalization there in my mind and make that shape in the back of my throat, really sort of opening up at the back, then I can use those resonances along with the flute's natural resonance and the way that the air is moving, just creates, I think, that sort of extra sound dimension that I'm looking for. So I would imagine that's the sort of thing that if you try at home, might be feeling odd. And so you explained a little, and it's very difficult without us putting a scope down your mouth, which would be fun camera work, as to what's physically happening in there. Because some of that you can explain to people, but they need to feel and do it, don't they? They need to feel it. How would you sort of set someone off? Yes, it's very difficult. You have to know that it's not going to make a nice sound. So you're not aiming to sing beautifully. The singing part, if you're not a singer, it doesn't matter. I am not a singer. But you can feel the pitch there just by playing the note. And then if you can't find that sound, then just sing first. Oh. But what you're actually looking for is the sort of quality of that resonance. So you're finding the Yes, it's just... You can just feel an extra bloom there. So it just gives you that little extra edge. And then when I'm playing songs, I've got the dedication song from Strauss. You can really sort of imagine you're singing at the same time. It just gives you that little extra quality. So would you practice it singing with it as well, if you see what I mean? Definitely. Yeah. So I can't believe I'm doing this on camera. And it also helps you just sort of, I know that the text is going to lead me through that phrase. Yes, yeah. So it's not just the singing, it's also the feeling, the flow of the air, the expressive use of the air, and the text that I know from the song.
And the phrasing. And
the phrasing. And I would have those famous singers, your favourite singer, in your mind when you're playing those songs, which is why I've arranged the songs, just so that you can listen to the song, you can listen to the way the singers are singing them, and then try and bring that into your flute playing.
Cool. I really like that. It's a really nice, no, it's an interpretation and, you know, it's more than just playing the notes. Everything we do should be more than just playing the notes.
Absolutely.
And thinking about the detail like that, and even the history of the tunes, the history of compositions and composers, all part of that, getting a bit deeper with it, isn't it? And trying to bring an
and I think there's no surprise that Boehm, who invented this wonderful modern flute, put all those keys on for us. He also has some wonderful arrangements of Schubert songs. He's not only got the Schubert song there in its entirety, he then sort of carries on and embellishes them. I really recommend you play those as well. They're great songs, Schubert songs, and just to have the, you know, our flute technician, if you like, out there arranging them and playing with them.
Nice.
Great inspiration.
Yeah, an emotion, I suppose. The words themselves have emotion, but how the words are delivered.
Exactly.
And then if you're thinking about that as you're playing, then that emotion starts to come through in the flute playing as well, maybe.
Yeah, it's sort of almost a cheat, but...
Yeah, well... Excellent, cool. Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm glad we got into that. I hope you found that interesting. Definitely do go away and sing into your flutes, everybody. Don't blame us. We've done a few other videos as well, so check those out about practical exercises. And from us today, though, that is it for now. We shall be back with you very soon.